Hello, hello. If first off, we want to make some backup files. Now I'll verify it just for this tutorial here. I would recommend that you get backup files instead of verifying. So if you go into your game, right click on it, press manage, and then go to browse local files. Let's see, here. Then you just go into flashing light data here. You take the global one. Close this one. Obviously, you make the backup files not in this folder. So you just make it wherever else you want it, but not in the game folder itself. So you open it up. You take the global one. So you I don't think you can drag. Let's see. Yeah, okay, you can drag and drop. You can do that, or you can just copy and paste it. There are some folders where it like takes it from the folder itself. If you press or click anywhere on this and then press R or click R or whatever, then you can take this highlighter and highlight shared assets 2. Then you can drag those over. Wait for that to go through. And now these are the 3 main resource, the main assets you ever need. So, for example, if you customize global manager, game manager, you get the meaning. You just put this over, and then you have the original files as is, without the custom ones. So you have done that. Get the backup files in case we mess something up. Now I'm gonna assume you have read my mesh modification guide on FL mods. There's a bit of like need your how do I explain this? These are the one you download or you have made your own. I will have this in the description where I downloaded this one. It's a free model. So it's like a brick pile. I'm gonna replace this for the flashing lights cone, just for giggles. We got some textures here with it. We got the albedo, which is the main color. We got the AO, which is ambient occlusion. There's like shadows on it, bit of depth on it. We got the normal, which like defines the details on the model. So there's no model like on itself. Everything is texture based. After that, so yeah, I'm gonna assume you have done this in Blender or whatever program you use for 3D models. You get your DAE, which is the model type, file type, which apparently only reads in flashing lights. So the call, it's not all models that need this, but this is the collision. I'm gonna use the collision from flashing lights. Well, I'm not. You know, I'm gonna take it from now. So you have your brick file. Hold on, let me show you just in case you have not fully understood. So we got it here. You don't need to take consideration for these. That is just the main files. So here on up, we got the collision, which is just 2 boxes. You don't need to make any detail on this. You don't need any material on it either, so don't worry about that. For the lot 0, let's do this. Lot 0, that's the one when you are like literally up close to it. Lot 1, is maybe, I don't know, 10 meters away from it maybe. Lot 2 is, you guessed it, 40 meters away from it. And then the lot 3 is what will show if you are like far away. So make this one as simple as possible. You can even make it into a box, because you won't be able to see it anyways, in most cases. So when you have got that, you can like export these. So export it separately. So you do it from this, export, collate, and you just, yeah, you name it whatever you want, basically. If you want to see here, I got the materials. So I got the coal, it's cube. You can also name this whatever. I thought I did that. Or whatever. Actually, for the sake of this, let's just do this. I can copy that. You can take that and you can go up here, export. Whatever file you have or folder. Bricks. Remember to do selection only, so you don't accidentally do everyone. And then just export, and then you have it. You can save it, whatever you want, and then we got that. Now you want to use Unity. You need to use the 2019 429. I know there is an one here, 2019, but I'm not sure if you can use this one, so I would just recommend you get the one from Unity Archive. So if you search up Unity Archive, click the download one, then we come in here, you click Unity 2019, and then you scroll down to find 2019 429, and then you basically click this one, and then you can like allow it if it asks you. Open in Unity Hub, and then it opens in here, and then just downloads it for you. Once that's done, you can like new projects, choose whatever you want. Basically, just choose the 3D core if you want. Pick a name, your location, and then up here, if you have multiple, so choose this one. I already got one, so I don't need that. I also thought I opened it. I did not. Alright, so we can close this one. I don't need that. Let's just wait for this one real quick. Alright, took a bit longer than I expected. So if you got anything else in this the scene, you see it's all empty for me. If you have anything, delete everything, but not the scene, of course. Delete these if you want to, you don't have to. I'm gonna clear this so it's not in my way. Take these, you highlight these and take them. Drag and drop them in. Highlight them again. Drag and drop them in. Pick the call. Remember to name it call _call. Don't actually have to, but it's like, you know, just remind of what it is. Everything looks fine. As you see, I've done so on other model. You wanna pick the mesh collider. You can also do box collider, but then it looks like, yeah, just square one. And if you got a custom one, example like this one, then it's kind of pointless because it's not affecting it, using it. So you want to use the mesh collider, and you can't see anything on default, so you have to press convex, and now I can see it. Then it's also enabled. So after you're done so, you can go ahead and export these. So you need to go File, go Build Settings, click on, you don't have to press anything, just leave it on default. Go Build. Now see, I did it for the sendback, but that's from another time. So you choose your whatever. You go bricks. You create a new folder because it's gonna create additional files. I'm always calling mine data because why not? Choose the folder, and then it's gonna go through the building process. And then when that is done, we can close this whole thing. So as you see, it created here. I'm just gonna close it because I got it here in the background. So in the data folder, go. This will be the name of any of like the whatever you call it here on the project. We don't need this either. So you need to open this one. So first off, just minimize this. You have two options. You can use either the 2.2 you can find on 7 Days Today modding site. If you choose to do so, because it's kind of outdated for mesh modding. So if you open it, and that was another time as well. Go into flashing lights, and then you choose global. You're gonna see this database popping up. Because this database is popping up is because it's not supported by flashing lights game version. Now for textures, it's okay. And everything else obviously, but if you wanna get rid of this, you can't. Then you have to migrate to this one, which is the 3.0 beta 1 version you can find on GitHub. I will also link this tool here, this new URB, on the video description. But if you choose to use this one over here, the old version, scroll all the way down until you choose the very last one. Then you can click it, and then you won't have any like issues or bugs or whatever when you're doing stuff. But in this tutorial, I'm gonna use this one because actually I find it a lot better because you can get multiple tabs now. So if you do open, do this, then you can choose this and work on this one if you want to. Then over here on the right, you can see that right, yeah, on the right here, there's like a little plus sign. Open a new tab. You can open up resource files. We can do that, and then we can work on this one, while this one is still on global. So I can do stuff in here at the same time, also doing in resources. I just find that a lot better. And then if you have to close it, you just go up to File, press Close. You don't have to close the whole program and then start it up again. And yeah, easy peasy. So we need to be in global, and I already like pre-made this. So this is how we are going to do stuff. I won't be doing all these. You can do those yourself, but it's pretty much just what it says here. It's like the little icon when you have it chosen, like in the bottom right corner. For that you will have to create a little picture. It has to be transparent, so well, it doesn't have to be, but that's what looks best. This preview, that is the UI preview. Wait. I believe that's the one when you're holding it. Like when you aim it down or whatever, yeah, you hold it. But you don't have to do that. We can just skip this part. Get that out of the way. Sorry if that was confusing as well, because I kind of confused myself as well there. So when we got this, just drag all these so we can get the full thing. Okay, so we have these. I just opened a new one, didn't I? Oh, I did. Yes. So I completely just confused myself there. This one we will need to open at some point. We don't need it right now, so we can just close it before I confuse myself as well. You go into your bricks folder. After you clicked file, you go bricks, you go data, whatever you call it, and then you open the shared assets to 0 assets. When you are done so, you can see your materials, you can see your mesh, see whatever shader that is. You don't need that. So you highlight all the meshes. You press export dump text file. Yeah, you want to do the .text file and not the JSON file. You go into bricks or whatever you call it. You choose folder. Now when that is done, you can highlight it, go up here and close it. You can go into open. We want to choose the flashing light data and we want to choose global. Now you have to wait a little bit with that. So in here you want to copy and paste this. Just highlight it, copy it. Mine is in Danish, but you can copy it on Control-C on it. Go back to bricks. Press somewhere here so you don't put it back in. Control-V or put it back in here. What I always do is clear these text files, so you want to get rid of the press tab there by mistake. Highlight all these. Get rid of that, and I call it mesh, just so I know what the text file is for. And then you highlight this, you can do tab, tab, and now it's lot 0. We highlight this. You can do it whatever you want actually, you don't have to do what I do. It's just for me to identify it easier. Now when you have done so, you have to rename this, the one you just copied from in here. So you rename it to whatever you want. I'm gonna call it brick pile mod, and then you're gonna take the name of it. You're gonna copy that, and then you will need to open these text files. I got a program called Sublime, which is just easy as hell for me. I can also try and put that in the video description if you wanna use that. It's free. It does pop up with like pop-ups if you wanna buy it. but it's completely optional if you want to do that or not. Like it pops up with a certain amount of saves, so like save it. Don't exactly how many times. Well, it comes up, whatever. You scroll all the way down. You scroll all the way down, and then you scroll up a little bit, and then you're gonna replace the whole thing here inside the quotes. Don't remove the quotes. Do not remove the quotes. Try to be sound serious then. You yeah, you do that, and then you can save it. You can close it, and you have to do that to all of them. If you're gonna have a fail in game or get an error or whatever, it's basically because you accidentally remove one of these. Yeah, do that to all of them. Sorry if I'm kind of bad at explaining. I'm not used to doing tutorials, so it's not a natural habit. Okay. So once that's done, you have copied everything into these, the replacement thingies. Oh, whatever. So once that is done, you can go back to your URV, and we are going to need this info box I made. So you're gonna take, just gonna go with this one here, so you can see all of them. We're gonna go sort by name, and then you can sort by type. So you got the U turning upwards. You can do search by name, paste that in, do that, scroll down, and then we got like all of these, which we got over here. So we're gonna start from which is top in the folder, but not in UIB. The call, we're gonna import dump. You can see here it goes directly into here. So we need to use the call. Do that. Now remember, if you have to find this afterwards, it's not gonna be called gen_cons anymore. It's gonna be called what you named the file in Blender. So we can just go through all these, import, just do whatever they are called in the correct order. Now once you're done with that, you can go find the textures. For the textures, it's gonna be the exactly same name as it is originally. It's not gonna change name. Now when you search it on here the first time, it's most likely going to be on a material. So what you wanna do is press F3 until you come down to texture, and you can see here, if I go all the way down, I can't find it. So you go by up, and then you just hold it down, and it will automatically like go up to where it is. So as you can see here, we are on the textures. Now for this, you can see here we need to remove the metallic. In my case, because I do not have the metallic texture for the bricks. So you click the metallic, you go down here to remove, press yes. This is yes or no, so press yes. Choose the whatever one you want to start with. I'm gonna start with albedo. Choose plugins, do edit, gonna drag it over here, gonna load, choose your albedo or your main text or whatever it's called, double click it or like choose it, and remember before you press OK, you need to do this. So instead of it saying crunched, it has to say dxt1. and then you can press OK. You can see this star over here says it's modified. We can do the same to the AO, which is the ambient occlusion. Choose the non-crunched, press OK. Normal. Now normal is going to have a different different crunched. So this is going to be DXT5 crunched. So you just need to choose the DXT5 without the crunched. Press OK. Press OK. Now that is working. So you can choose the file, go apply and save all. Go back into your, don't save it into flashing light main folder, do not do that. Go into your bricks, you can now save it in here, but remember before you do so, you need to remove slash or dash, whatever it's called, dash mod, and then you can save it. And you also need to close this. And now we are basically done with that. We are done with this. So what we need now is open up flashing lights folder. If you accidentally closed it, just rewatch and see how you did it through Steam. So you have it here. I'm just gonna shorten this. So you have it here now. You're gonna want to choose the global manager you just saved, and you also want to choose the brick pile or whatever you name it, .res. Copy these or drag and drop them in, and then you have to replace. It's Danish for me, so it's gonna say erstat filen, but it's gonna say replace file or something that direction. Do that, and now you can start up flashing lights. Yeah, so let me just do that real quick. Now, if you did it without failure, you are going straight through without any pop-ups. If you do get any pop-ups or crashes, feel free to tag me in flashing lights Discord channel. The modding site, c.ritter is my Discord name. Yeah, tag me and then I or someone else who has knowledge can assist you. If you do get through though, pick the faction or department that has the one you replaced as. I'm just gonna pick police, even though you can do it for all of them. So once you're in there, I'm gonna change the time so we can see something. I'm gonna pick 12 o'clock. Get rid of those. So we're gonna go in here. So, well, that's actually interesting. You can see here, we're just going to cam 1. It's gonna choose the location, like the direction the main cone is. We're gonna have shitty quality now because I just did that. Now this will only happen. This will only happen because I did the camera, the free mode camera. Yeah. But once you choose that, everything is coming back easy. Do this traffic. You pick traffic cones. And you can see I got it here. Now, let's see if I can pick that up again. So let me just show you here real quick. The texture here, the UI, this one here, is this thingy down here. Don't know if you can see it, but this thing down here. Yeah. And the preview is the mesh. So you can see here, I do not have it. This one here, that's the mesh. That's basically this one here, the green code. And now you can see I can like replace it or like place it. And you can see here when I do that, that's like collision. Let's see. Okay, I might have made the collision box a little bit too high for me to step over it. Oh, nope, there we go. I had to wiggle. Don't know if you can put like mass on it, so you can't move it or anything, but yeah, whatever. But technically you can also, if you don't have knowledge with this, I'm sorry, but you can copy the mesh itself, the model itself, and call that collision. On the Unity where we did the mesh collider, do the exact same, and then you can have the shape. You can like step over it, and it's gonna be the exact same shape as the model itself, instead of a box collider. But yeah, as you see, it works. We got it successfully in. We can like zoom in, and on my model I did like some. Yeah, I messed up a little bit when I tried to optimize the model itself, but it won't do that for you. I can promise you that. Alright, there you go, folks. That is how you get your models for Unity to flashing lights. Remember to always have a backup, so I'm just gonna say here real quick, these files you just saved for backup will not work once the game updates. So for the next update when is the next update? Let's just see. Effect. The next update in September 2022. These will no longer be useful, so you have to delete those, and you have to get the new files in and back up those. If you do use these old ones in a later update, your game will crash. So there you go. But yeah, thank you guys for following. If you got any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. If you need help, I would prefer prefer. It's preferable, whatever. I would recommend you go to Flashing Lights or FLMod's Discord. Tag me c.ritter, or just ask in general. Then somebody will come to it. But yeah, thank you guys for coming along, and see you guys in the next one. See you.